Good morning, family. I I wasn't going to do this, but it's really heavy in my spirit to do. If I had an opening song for this message, it would be Donnie McClurkin's song, "Great is your mercy towards me, your loving kindness towards me, your tender mercies I see day after day." Oh my gosh, y'all. This message was part of Bible study last night and is still in my spirit this morning. 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verses 9 and 10. And this is where Paul, it really is Paul this time, is telling the people about God's grace. And he says, "For I am the least of the apostles, who am not worthy to be called an apostle, because I persecuted the church of God. But by the grace of God, I am what I am. And his grace toward me was not in vain, but I labored more abundantly than they all. Yet not I, but the grace of God which was in me." I call this God's great grace because I think about everything I went through with my car yesterday, and I was reflecting on God's blessings and his grace towards me, and thinking about months ago I got stopped by the police, and I prayed a quick positive prayer and asked God, please help me. Because I knew that I had had 2 speeding tickets that I didn't pay, but I had no idea at the time that my license was suspended. Y'all, reflecting on that, I'm thinking about, had I been negative at that time, had my first thought been, "Oh Lord God, I'm going to jail." What if that was my first thought and it actually happened? So I start realizing today that with everything that I've had to do, with paying the tickets, paying the fine, paying the court costs, getting my license, stopping my license from being suspended, and then transferring everything over from Georgia to Louisiana and getting everything right for my car, God had grace on me, grace that I didn't deserve. Like Paul, I'm a sinner. I didn't persecute Christians, but I still did things that were not pleasing to God. But God still showed me grace and mercy. And of course, that led me to a song that I was playing that I used to play all the time, because last night in the message at church, the elder was giving the message and he said, "But God." And it's all in Paul's message here. He said, "But by the grace of God." And that led me to Smokey Norfolk's song. And I'll play a little piece of that for y'all that I love. And y'all, I absolutely love that part, because I could have gone to jail, but God. I could have paid more money, but God. I could have still been struggling financially and not had the money, but God. I said a quick prayer, and that police officer, not only did he not give me a ticket, he did not run my license or check my license, and he came back and gave me $20. But God. And so that leads me to my message. I'm gonna not get too, caught up and too wrapped up here. But it is just, I just feel so good. I now know grace. I know what grace is, and I love this feeling. So my message to myself is, Felicia, your negative thoughts, wait a minute. Am I in the right place? Okay. Your negative thoughts don't consume you instantly because of God's grace. My negative thoughts don't consume me instantly because of God's grace. Think about how many negative thoughts we have a day. And what if instantly we were consumed by them? So your negative thoughts don't consume you instantly because of God's grace. Be the best testimony you can be and continue to live positively, because it is by God's grace, His grace. And I'm so glad I know that. I'm so glad I recognize that. And I'm going to move forward in having more positive thoughts and be a more positive testimony, just like Paul was. You know, Paul said that he could have died, but God's grace, because he was persecuting Christians. What if God instantly persecuted him? I hope this blesses y'all. I hope y'all have a wonderful, fulfilling Friday, fulfilling weekend, and just continue to stay positive. I love y'all. Bye.